Hello everyone, it is the 30th of June 2021. We are into the third day of the trading week. So in this video, we are going to run you through our 5 most focused markets: the euro dollar, gold, Nasdaq, US oil, and Bitcoin. And of course, we will be talking about the dollar itself. So we are going to share with you what is our view on the current market condition, and of course, what is our trading plan for the day. So let's look at the dollar index. So right here is the daily time frame. We saw that yesterday the dollar climbed again, but it's still somewhat seeing a little bit of resistance at the top. So you can see that right now it is actually trading within a symmetrical triangle, or if you really want to see as a descending triangle, that will be fine as well. And if that's the case, we are seeing that the dollar is trading at a high. And I just want to highlight this level 92.35 to you, that it is a really very important support level back in last year, August, throughout all the way to November. It has been supporting the price very well until it broke below. It came back, actually found a strong resistance as well, and went down before it goes all the way up, and then finally finding a very strong supply zone right at the top, and went all the way down again. So right now it is back into this level, and at the same time it is also at this yellow moving average. So therefore there is a lot of resistance going ahead. It is not going to be easy for the dollar to go any higher, so there is a good chance that there might be pullback. But at the same time, because if you look at the calendar, today is the last day of June, so we also want to take a look at the monthly candle. And what we do realize is that the monthly candle is a pretty strong bullish candle, and it has also rebounded off pretty well from this black moving average. And then it is also, it is just trading within these moving averages, so it is not so easy to tell whether the dollar will continue to go up or will it continue to find a resistance and goes down. But if anything else, we want to take note that this is a double top formation, right? So a double top formation will give us a neckline right at this level, and right now there is still a very good chance for it to eventually break below this neckline level and goes lower. So if we look at this entire range, of course we know that the price is still sitting somewhere in the middle, waiting to break lower. But however, we also want to take note that there's always a possibility it goes all the way up again. But I just want to say that fundamentally I don't believe that will happen because of all the unprecedented money printing. Alright, so right now for today, I think I will still want to see if there's an opportunity to sell the dollar since it's trading at a high right now, but just to be really very careful, because obviously there's still a little bit of space going upwards, to touch this moving average and to reach this resistance and retest it once again. So there's a dollar. So that is for the dollar. So moving on to our very first focused markets, euro dollar. So for the euro against the US dollar, yesterday, yes, we also saw a little bit. Yesterday we also saw the price came down, but eventually found support. Right, today it is trying to climb a little bit again. And looking at the 4-hour time frame, we are expecting it to go up, but no, it did not. It went down. And actually, if we pull a Fibonacci from the bottom to the high, which I believe we did say so, he actually found support within 61.8 and 70.6%, but the rebound was not so strong just yet. We're just seeing consolidation, and going all the way into the 1-hourly time frame. Something we can take note right now is that there is a breakout of this falling trend line. It is slowly creeping out, and there is a possibility. So that gives us a possibility that it may go up again, right? Because of this support at this important support level. So right now we can just shift it a little bit lower. It is the same support right here, and of course a breakout of this small consolidation right here as well, even for a trend line as well. So which is why it is a pretty important demand zone right at the bottom here. But just that we didn't really see that clearly yesterday. But anyway, since we now know that there is a rebound right here and breaking out of this trend line, maybe for today we have a chance to try going long again, right? So I guess that would be our trading plan, and if that is the case, I do believe right now is a pretty good price to go in. So let's just say we want to enter a long for euro dollar right at this level. Stop loss definitely has to be right below the demand zone right here, and somewhere around here will be very near the 80.6%, which I think will be very enough if we want to go long right here. So the very first level we want to take note of as it goes up, all right, is back into this resistance right here, support turning resistance. Obviously a very important level for us to take note, because this is where it kind of formed a neckline. It is a resistance and support level, so this is the most important level to watch out for at the very beginning. But once it is able to break higher, we want to see it going all the way back to retest the resistance, the previous high right here, 1.1970. And last but not least, we expect it to go back to the equilibrium level, all right, which we have been saying for quite some time. And in fact, if we were to go into the 4-hourly time frame again, and just to pull out a Fibonacci swing from the swing high to the swing low, we would have realized that it is still not yet touching the 30.2%. I'm talking about the pullback from this previous bearish market. So we still expect a stronger pullback before it's actually able to go even lower from there. All right, so that is for the euro dollar. That's our trading plan. Now moving on, we have the gold. So for the gold itself, looking at the daily time frame, we saw that yesterday it came down quite a lot, right? It is the biggest drop in the past 2 weeks, I believe, and as of now it is still seeing going down. But one thing to take note right away is that it is now trading within this important demand zone right at the bottom, because this is the previous neckline level. All right, so therefore, and of course you saw that the price found support right here after breaking out of this neckline, right? Pulls back, found support, and went all the way up. So therefore, this is definitely a important demand zone we have to look out for. We already saw the price rebounding off as well, but just that as of now, it is still very sluggish, right? Just consolidating, nothing really much for us to do right here. But if anything else, I mean, if we were to come out with a trading plan, I am still very much looking to buy the gold again, because like I said, I still don't think that the pullback is over. All right, and as always, if we pull out a Fibonacci from the swing high to the swing low, it is nowhere near the 30.2% pullback level. We are still expecting the price to come back again, to rebound and pretty much range within this area. So it seems like it has broke a new low and may goes down even more, but I just don't think it will be that easy. And of course, today is the monthly candle closing day, so of course we wanted to also take a look at the monthly candle, and if you look at it we can see that it is really bearish, right? It is really bearish. But if I look at all of the monthly candle just for today, you do realize that none of the monthly candle, especially when we talk about the bearish ones, they always leave a little bit of lower shadow at the bottom, which also means to say we definitely still have a chance to buy the gold as it pulls back. For the trading plan, I guess I will still go with buy. Alright, just waiting for the price to retest this low again, potentially forming a double bottom right here, and see if there's a chance for the price to goes up again. Alright, so if it goes up, alright, the very first important level we gotta look out for is definitely this level at 1773, because this is a very strong support back then throughout the entire 1 or 2 weeks. All right, and finally it broke below. Now it's coming back up. So once it goes up again, touches this level, we want to be really careful. But if it's able to break higher, right? If it's able to break higher, it's most likely going to break above this trend line as well. And the next level we'll want to look for is actually somewhere right here, 1790, because this in itself actually forms a supply zone right at the top here. So that would be the main target if the price is able to go all the way up. And then that will also bring the price back to this yellow moving average as well, and you will definitely face some resistance. So for the gold today, we just want to be really careful. You can definitely try to buy again at the bottom here. It is still within the demand zone. As long as it doesn't break, there will definitely be a chance for us to buy. Alright, so just to put it out for you. Alright, stop loss, you got to be really below the demand zone, so that will still be quite a fair bit amount of stop loss, about 80 pips, consider pretty tight. Alright, so the first level right here at 1773, and lastly we want to look at 1790. So that is for the gold. Moving on, we have the US 100 or the Nasdaq. So for the Nasdaq, yesterday we are waiting for pullback, right? Waiting for pullback, retest the high turning support level. It did not happen, and it just continues to go higher. So we didn't really get any chance to buy the Nasdaq. But of course, we do see that there are pretty good support right at this level. Wouldn't say that there's no demand at all, because right here, based on this formation, it does create some sort of a demand as well. So anyway, it found supports, rebounded off, and right now it has already reached 14,600, and then it is kind of resisted once again. So for today, if we look at the daily time frame right now, it is really just bullish. All right, still trading within this channel. There's another channel within it as well. Price hasn't reached any of the top of the channel at all, so obviously there's still more room to go up. We also want to take a look at the monthly time frame again, because it's going to be closing very soon. So it is a very good month for the Nasdaq. It has already went all the way up, broke out of this, rising wedge as well. A very bullish sentiment in that sense. But of course, at the same time, as it goes up even more, we want to take note that it will be eventually getting too overbought and will come down indefinitely. So just for today, we will continue to look for buying opportunity. Right, just simply based on this rising channel, and we just want to wait for price to pull back to the bottom of the channel. Of course, the current previous high turning support level, that will be somewhere about 14,520, and you can just keep on trying to go in and buy, and first level back to the previous high, then all the way. You can look at the middle of the channel as well, because you can see there's always quite a lot of resistance as it reaches the middle part of the channel. So I guess that can be the very first take profit level, and if it's able to break higher, of course we want to see it going all the way to the top of the channel as well. And based on the average of its of its volume, whenever it trends, it can be this much, right? Alright, so obviously based on this, the current wave right here, there's a little bit more to go. So somewhere about 14,680 will be important for us to take note. If that's the case, and if you want to wait for the price to reach this level at the bottom of the channel and to buy, the stop loss wise, of course, someone just below the channel, the bottom of the channel itself. Take profit level, firstly looking at the previous high, and then of course the level where it fulfills the entire bullish wave at about 14,680. And if it's able to go even higher, then of course 14,800 will be our final target. Alright, so that is for the Nasdaq. And moving on, we have the US oil. Right, so for the US oil in the 4-hourly time frame, in fact, yesterday we are talking about waiting for the price to retest this supply zone right at the top here, and then going for a sell, which we did. It came down, but it went up again, and right now we are seeing resistance, and it is coming down again. Alright, it is coming down again. In fact, I guess it is kind of forming a head and shoulder right here. Now it forms a neckline at the bottom. Alright, yesterday it went up, retest, alright, forming the right shoulder, and now it's coming down, and if it's smooth sailing, it will go all the way down, breaking below. So again, we look at the daily time frame. We saw that yesterday it went up, alright, bullish candle, but indefinitely strong resistance at the top, came down. Today it's starting to form a bearish candle again. We're definitely seeing the US oil getting a little bit too overheated over the past couple of weeks. So there's a very good chance for it to pull back at the very current moment, after seeing so many breakout of rising structure forming along the way. So just for today, going all the way back for the time frame, maybe to the 1-hourly time frame. Alright, so right now it has broke another rising trend line, coming down, essentially forming a supply zone right at this level. So the plan is still going to sell. Hopefully we can see the price pulls back into this area. So that will be 73.3. Stop loss just above the shoulder itself, and that will be about 73.7. Alright, very tight stop loss. If you want, you can go even higher, right above the previous high at this level. And in terms of the targets, okay, definitely all the way back to the neckline area right here, right, or rather demand zone, we can call it. And so that would be about 72.5. And eventually our final target is all the way back to 71.6, right, because that is the 61.8% pullback level from this swing high, from this swing low to this swing high. So that will be the trading plan, alright, for the US oil. So last but not least, we have the Bitcoin. So for the Bitcoin, we are expecting the price to go up. Yes, indeed, we did. So, but today it went down again, and it's kind of breaking below this rising trend line. But again, it's still finding support, alright, within this area. So usually trend lines like this in the hourly time frame tends to be easily broken, but that doesn't mean that the price will go down. Usually it will just break out and then later on coming back again, and essentially forming another trend line by itself, and eventually turning it into a channel, just for your knowledge. And so right now, most importantly, we are still seeing support within this area. Alright, because it has already broke above this high right here, it pulls back, alright, and it found support again. It is kind of rebounding off. So in fact, I will go say that we can actually still consider buying the Bitcoin just right at this level, right? Stop loss just below the low right here. We can just target the previous high again, and then all the way back into this supply zone, an important supply zone, because that was where the price broke below this channel itself. And if we were to pull out a Fibonacci swing high to swing low, it will be somewhere at 78.6. But right now something you want to take note of is that it's already trading at 61.8% pullback level, which is why we saw resistance, right? It came down, but then it found support again. So first level back to 61.8, and then finally looking all the way at the 78.6% level in this important supply zone. So right now we also want to take a look at the daily time frame, right? So the daily time frame, we are still seeing that the price is still climbing, alright, pretty well. Alright, it broke out of this trend line previously, an important one in the daily time frame, came down, found support, rebounded off, and so there's still more room to go up from here, and so we can still continue to look for buying opportunity. In the weekly time frame, we saw a very long lower shadow forming at the low the previous week, and this week itself we are still seeing it supporting pretty well, waiting to go up again. In the monthly candle, is going to close very soon, and obviously it's also forming a lower shadow as well. So we are expecting a further pullback from the low right now, because we know that the Bitcoin has been very oversold, and the good thing is that at somewhere at 30,000 it is still finding support. So therefore we think there will still be a chance for the Bitcoin to climb even higher, but it will be very limited as well, of course. And so therefore that will be our trading plan. Alright, so that's all for today. So thank you for watching. If you like what we do, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you again tomorrow.